Hello and welcome back to Model Maker Dave's workshop. Today's video is T62 update video 7, I think, maybe. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. But we're getting to the point now where this is almost done. It is now excuse me. This is now as dirty as I really want it to be. As you can see, the amount of pigment that I've used, hang on, let me get myself in shot, just so you can see. The amount of pigment I've used is lots, and I mean lots. But it has worked really well. I've put it on and then used a bit of MIG pigment fixer just to hold everything in place. I've just used one of these old Humble brushes, dipped it in and just literally tapped it just to make it fall and clump in places all over the hull of the tank, and gone back into some areas just to make the clumps look even bigger. So what else have we done? Well, I've put a little bit more over the top of the turret just to give it a bit more of a dirty look. I've tried to replicate, I don't know if it looks right or not, not sure, but I've tried to replicate where you would scrape your boots off on the edge of something before you got in. You know, like if you're about to get in your car, you try and scrape your boots off if you've been walking a dog across a field or something. I've tried to replicate that as well. It maybe, I don't know. I'm not convinced. I think I probably should have made the clumps a little bit bigger. It looks like they've shrunk a little bit. I think it still works. I'm still going to go with it. So, next up now really is to have some moisture marks, rain marks, water marks, dew marks, call it whatever you want, where the handrails are going into the side of the turret. On a couple of them, not all of them, I think I'm going to have a little bit of a rust effect, but not huge. I'm going to try and keep it as small as I can, and it'll be the same for the hooks for lifting the turret. They will have some watermarks, and I'll probably do something around here as well, just so that when you look at it, it looks like the water or moisture is backed up a little bit and then suddenly just rushed down. I think I need to do another coat of paint around here, but on a whole I think it is looking as dirty as I want it to. I've got to go back and do the fuel stains again around here because I've added a bit more dirt and scrape it away from there as it would have been in real life, and put some more fuel stains in, and try and get a few bits in between the tanks where it kind of got slopped about. But for a piece of armour, I'm not really an armour builder. I do them because I enjoy the challenge. I've enjoyed the challenge of doing this one, albeit, yeah, okay, it's a Tamiya kit and it literally kind of fell out of the box and fell on the workbench and fell together at the same time. A very easy kit to build. There's nothing complicated or difficult. It just literally fell together, which is what you want sometimes. You just want to build a kit and get to this stage where you can have some fun and use a bit of imagination and just go wild on it. I will do a diorama for this, but I don't know when. And I will do another figure to go in here. But whether it will be a figure out of the mini art set that this guy came from, I don't know. I'm going to have a look and see if there's anything else available as for Russian tank crew. I don't mind if it's a resin figure or not. I don't really know what sort of figure that I want at the moment. So that will come at some point in the future. I don't know when. As will the diorama. I've gone to the effort of making it as dirty as this. I might as well put it in a dirty mud bath as well, because then I think it will set it off even more. It looks good, but I think once it's in a diorama, it will look so much better, and it will give it a bit more of a story to it as well. Now, there is something that I am, excuse me, that I am toying with. Whether I will do this or not, I don't know. However, the thought pattern that I'm going through at the moment is either this cover or this cover gets slightly remolded to make it look like it's got an indentation. What has caused the indentation could be a concrete post, a lamp post, an iron girder. I don't know at the moment. I'm still thinking it out. But what I am thinking is, I don't know if they did or if they didn't, but I'm thinking of maybe putting an L plate on here, or something like TDT, tank driver training, and he's at a post. Now what would be nice is if I could reopen this hatch and put a driver figure in, and you've got the two instructors up here and he's at a post, and then you can just imagine what's being said over the intercom. And I think we'll leave it at that, because my Russian is not very good. The machine gun's still got to go on. It's assembled, it's all together. I just need to finish this end off and then put the two handles on here. I'm thinking of putting a black wash over it just to give it a bit of age and a little bit of shadow, and I think that will then make it pop a little bit more. It's looking a little bit too new for a vehicle that is that dirty. So I think a black wash of some sort, might even paint the ammunition box green over the top of some chipping medium, and then do some chipping on the edges just to let the gunmetal come through. These are my train of thought at the moment. Make these controls here black again, well, black grey again, putting some chipping medium on just so that I can knock it about a little bit and give it that slightly worn look to it. And I think that probably be about as much as I'd want to do. Yeah, that's probably that's the way my mind's going at the moment. Am I going to do more armour? Hell's bells, yeah, of course I am. I've really enjoyed this. And I think somewhere in the stash upstairs, I've got the forerunner to the T62, which was the T55, if I'm right in saying. Possibly. However, I feel like someone will put a comment on there and say, nah, you're not right on that one. It was something else. Well, I will stand corrected if I'm wrong. Let me try and show you how dirty it is around the wheels, because I really went to town to try and get the dirt to clump up in and around the wheels. It's a little bit dirty at the top of the wheels, but it's more dirty at the bottom where it's been through the mud. And let me turn it round. Try not to touch it too much because some of the pigment is still a little bit damp. So and move that over like that and try and keep my arm out of the way so it doesn't cause too much of a shadow. So hopefully you can see it's really filthy. I've found out, I always thought these were fuel drums that was used in the fuel system, but I have been reliably informed that these are reserves, and then they would feed it from here into these as and when they needed to. So the idea of putting some fuel lines on here, I've now abandoned. So that I think now brings you as up to date as I can, because that's as much as I've done. So it leaves me to say thank you very much for watching. If you haven't done so, then please subscribe, and I will catch you, or see you in the next one.